Okay, let's talk about how to create a sense of purpose in your life. So, if you're living your life and you've got your 9 to 5 job and you've got your life as it is, and you're feeling unmotivated, you wake up each morning and you're just kind of like, okay, let me start another day. Week after week, month after month, it goes like this. There's a good chance that your life isn't governed by a very strong sense of purpose. So, if that's the case, then what do you do? Well, so as a career coach, I work with people all the time that have this dilemma, and they come to me seeking a career change, thinking that that is going to be the answer to their problem. The problem they believe is that their job isn't the right job for them, the career isn't the right career for them. But when you dig a little bit deeper, you start to understand that that's not quite it. It's actually that they just don't have a reason for being. When they ask the question, well, what's the point of this life? They don't come back with a good answer. And just changing their career to another role in another industry doesn't solve that problem. It makes life better because on a practical level, you might be in a role or a job or a company that's a bad fit for you, and that will of course impact your experience in a lot of ways. But is getting the right role or industry or career gonna turn your whole life around? Probably not, unless it is governed by a higher purpose, a principle, a future that you really desire to create because on some level it's just really meaningful to you, or it would be really meaningful to you. So that's why on my initial calls with people, I like to probe and ask questions and dig a little bit deeper to try to understand, okay, I get it. So you want to change your career, but what's beneath that? Like, what life do you ultimately want to create here? Supposing you find a fulfilling job, you increase your income, you're able to feel a little bit happier, a little bit more at peace, what then becomes possible? What is your ultimate goal in life? And when I first asked this question, unless somebody is ready to go with the answer, which is rare, people, they're not quite sure. They kind of scratch their heads a little bit. But if we stick with it, the answer usually emerges because we've all had ideas at some point. It often comes in a daydream where we're just kind of, staring out the window, or we're, driving down the highway and our mind is not so busy. And we just kind of get these musing thoughts like, man, wouldn't it be cool if this? Wouldn't it be cool if that? And then you park your car at your destination, you get on with your day to day life, and you quickly brush that aside and say, well, that's silly fantasy. Let me get back to real life here. But the problem is that we're discounting these really juicy ideas that hold the answer to our true fulfillment. And not only that, but boundless motivation and enthusiasm and courage and confidence and inner peace and all the things that make up the best possible life that we are deep down all yearning for when our life is not feeling the best. So, when I was stuck in the corporate world in these two different career paths that just weren't working for me, my life was not working for me, I started to have some musings about, man, wouldn't it be nice if I could be an entrepreneur and have the freedom to be my own boss and create a business with my, ingenuity, and wouldn't it be cool if I could become a coach and help people in these really amazing ways because I'm so passionate about personal development and achieving my own goals in life, and I'm just really good with helping people. And then it evolved into, man, wouldn't it be cool if I take this existing business and I scale it up to the point where I can have a large organization that's having a huge impact on a lot of people, and I can scale up my income, and from this lifestyle I can do all sorts of cool things because I got a lot of ideas. I'm living in Costa Rica right now. I'd like to live in multiple countries, have multiple homes, multiple cars, start a family, etc. All these amazing, juicy, exciting things that would become possible if I could just keep my eyes focused on the ultimate goal, in my case. Now, that would be a very meaningful and purposeful life for me because it's connected with the deeper essence of who I am, how I want to live life, and what I'd like to create, and the impact that I'd like to make in this world. So with that as my guiding light, I'm able to wake up at 5:15 every morning to go to the gym or go for a surf so I can have the energy and the freshness of mind to come back to my office and get to work on, doing the hard work of marketing or enrollment or, sketching out a strategy for my business or for my life. Because these big lofty dreams, they're not the easiest things to attain. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. And if it's not meaningful to you personally, if it's just not that compelling to you, you're not going to do the work. Why would you? And that would be a shame, because when those parts of the equation are not present, you don't have the motivation. You don't have the desire. I'm happy to wake up at 5:15 most mornings and go to the gym or drive to the beach. I'm excited by the prospect of creating this life. So yeah, I'm in it to win it. And whatever stage I'm at right now, even if it's not this grand expression, I see it as part of this future grand expression. Step 1, step 2, step 3. And what I've learned as a career coach is that is the most important thing. It is not about achieving your goal and arriving at your destination in order to feel so motivated and fulfilled and enthusiastic and passionate. It's not about the getting there. It's about being on the way to getting there. It's about the prospect of arriving there someday, because you're able to imagine what that life is going to be like, and since you're already moving in the direction of it, there's a part of it that is real, that is tangible. Because, and here's where working with a coach can really help, once you're convinced that it's going to happen, when you have the support and the guidance that that if you do steps A through Z over time, then it's just a matter of time. It's going to be your reality. So you can get really excited and go, oh my God, this is amazing. I can't believe this is actually happening. Even if you're at square one, day one. So, I just started working with a new client, and it's been amazing starting with him, because we had a conversation that was like this, that revealed that, he's just not feeling super motivated or excited about work. His life isn't bad. He's got a good life. But there's something missing, and he doesn't know what that is. Is it a new career? Is it a business? He wasn't quite sure. And so with some deeper probing, it came to light that his grandfather used to be this amazing patriarch in his family that took care of the extended family. And he had a restaurant that people would come in, and it was a chance for the whole family to gather, and he could employ other members of the family, and as my client described it, it's like he was a part of this kingdom, right? Was the word that he used. And that was such a beautiful way of seeing this, because he realized the kingdom went away when his grandfather passed away, and life hasn't quite been the same for him or his family. And he's discovering that what he really wants in life is to bring this kingdom back to life, to be the person to step into those shoes that his grandfather had once filled, and be this leader, be this provider, be this man of abundance, man of value, be a king essentially. And wouldn't you know that that prospect got my client really excited, really motivated. Now, he's not going to open a restaurant tomorrow and create this experience instantly. He's going to do it bit by bit. Step one is to increase his income. Step two is to find a way to experience more fulfillment, passion, and enthusiasm in his life. Step three is this. Step four is that, etc., etc., etc. So that's the idea. He knows what his guiding principle is, his North Star. And it's personally meaningful to him. I had another person I was speaking with who's a parent of a child with mental health issues that were pretty significant. And it was a really big deal for her to be able to get the resources and support to take care of her child. And she has this grand idea to find a way to help other parents start a business or some sort of an organization to teach other parents of kids with mental health issues how to take care of them the way that she did without having to go through this whole process. But her next step is to get a better job so she can increase her income, fulfillment, enthusiasm, happiness in order to fulfill that. Another guy wants to get into writing and write TV shows that can have a really positive impact on the world, that can be very inspiring. But he's stuck in a corporate job right now that is just not allowing him to make much headway on that. So he's going to focus on changing that first. Do you get the idea here? So if you want to have this strong sense of meaning, passion, purpose, enthusiasm, it's not going to come in the form of the right job or the right career. That is a key part of it. But it's so important to understand why. What would that be in service of? What would your life be in service of? When I'm looking for people to work with here, it's really important that I find people that are inspiring, that have an inspiring mission, that are ready to make a big impact on the world, because I know that they're going to be successful, and I know that we're going to do amazing work. It's a guarantee when they're operating from this place of inspiration, passion, and enthusiasm. Well, then I can just guide them along the way. But when we're trying to force something and they're like, yeah, I'm not happy with my job or career, I just want to find something better, can you help me with that? I can shoehorn somebody into a better career, but what I can't do is kindle that fire within them that's going to get them excited to do it. So that's the message for you guys. Ask yourself these deeper questions. What is it that I really, really want in life? And you have to allow yourself to indulge in, I wouldn't call it fantasy, but you could call it dreaming, daydreaming, dreaming big, getting ideas that are connected to who you are as a person. Sometimes these are ideas that we've had since we were a kid, or they're related to ideas we've had since we were a kid, but they were discounted because our parents or our teachers or society told us, yeah, right, no one makes any money as a writer. Yeah, right, that's a silly idea. Just get a job. Be realistic. Our society unfortunately crushes a lot of dreams, at least in the Western world. And it's the reason why we have an epidemic of people that are not feeling motivated, that are mildly depressed, that are just not super happy. This is why, in my opinion. This is a big reason why. So sit down and ask yourself the question, what is it that I really, really want in life? And maybe this is something that I've never even told anyone else before. And that's it. Then get to work on making it happen. And if you need help with that, reach out. Visit my website, adamhardt.com. My mission in life is to support people to pursue the life of their dreams. Why? Because it's going to make their life a million times better, a million times happier, and more successful. And it's a thrill for me to be able to work on. So check out my website and like this video if you found it helpful. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. Hit the bell icon to get notified of new content. And yeah, good luck with everything. Thanks so much for watching.